will never forget the day a single conversation just shattered me. The words felt like knives. They cut deep. I was in tears. My brand new marriage, my husband was watching me just helplessly. He wanted to help. And in that moment, I realized something that really changed my life. This is what a toxic relationship looks like, the phone call I just had. By the end of this, I hope I can help you understand when, if, and exactly how to end a toxic relationship. Hopefully, you'll learn how to evaluate a relationship and recognize when it's time to walk away. And more importantly, I want you to gain effective tools to help you take action and reclaim your personal peace. Years ago, I was trapped, or I felt trapped in a volatile, unpredictable, crazy marriage. I never knew when he was just going to go off the rails. I didn't believe in divorce. I kept hoping they're going to change. They're going to change. If I'm nicer, he'll be nicer. I'll just not make him mad. I kept thinking like that, how to please him. I was not feeling well mentally and emotionally about that life. And I was right about one thing. Something did happen. I was raised in church and my faith was my foundation, so filing for divorce just didn't align with my beliefs. And walking through that door just felt impossible. But the stress became unbearable. And then all of a sudden, I had to take a new job for financial issues. And as part of the seminar I attended, it was on toxic relationships. The speaker instructed us to list everyone in our lives, put them in a big list on the sheet of paper. Then he said, I want you to draw a box around the names that are negative relationships or impact your mental health. So I'm okay. Then he said, now I want you to place an X over every coffin or that box because it becomes a coffin. I want you to think of these people when you put an X on that box as being dead to you. I felt extreme. It even felt violent, but I stared at the list and I thought, okay, that one's bad. I felt a sense of relief. And I did all of them that way. And I thought back to a Wayne Dyer book. There was a lady, she was planning her daughter's wedding, and she called her alcoholic brother and asked him, please don't come to the wedding and get drunk and cause a scene. He said, I won't. Well, he came, and he was drunk, and he caused a scene. So who was wrong? Him, her brother, or her? Well, she was wrong because she expected him to be someone that he wasn't. And that lesson hit me hard. I'd spent so much time hoping people would change, believing that if I just loved them enough, that they would treat me better. But Maya Angelou said it best, when people reveal themselves to you, believe them. Wow. I had to face the truth. By allowing toxic people to stay in my life, I was enabling their behavior. Wow, that was something big to discover. Later, in another unhealthy relationship, it took me a while, I told my psychiatrist, I can't leave. He needs me. If I go, 52 employees will lose their job. His children rely on me. My psychiatrist's response stunned me. I didn't know you were a martyr. I was furious. I can still feel the red creeping up my face. I was so mad. I was strong and I was resilient, but he explained, martyrdom is about arrogance. You believe these people can't survive without you. It took time, but eventually I understood people would survive without me. Staying wasn't noble, it was self-destructive. It wasn't honest, it wasn't good for anyone. Years later, after finding a loving husband, an abusive relative called me, and I felt as a relative I couldn't end that relationship. For over 40 minutes, I endured a tirade of mean-spirited, demeaning words. When the call ended, I broke down. I was just physically ill. My husband held me. He was powerless to stop my pain, but he wanted to. It was then I realized I wasn't just harming myself by allowing toxic people in my life. I was hurting him too, or anyone that loved me. So that was the day I made a choice. I would only allow people in my life who respected my boundaries and treated me with kindness and respect. Today marks 9 years of standing up for me, affirming I matter. I get it every day. I'm relaxed. I'm looking forward to the day. I know there's not going to be any bombshells on the phone or anything negative happening. It's going to be a good day. I know full well the relationships I'm choosing to be in are healthy and they have healthy boundaries. It is healing and immensely therapeutic to choose your relationships and make sure that all your relationships are healthy. If a relationship makes you feel anxious, demeaned, or physically unwell from stress, it's time to act. Draw a box around their name, place an X on it, and bury that relationship. Your well-being depends on it. No one else will stand up for you, but you can. Your happiness is in your hands. Choose wisely. Change your mindset, change your life. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'd just love to hear your story. Thank you.